Welcome to this week's edition of Sun News at Noon. I'm Katie Walker.
And I'm Keziah Philpott. Thanks for tuning in. 9 Utah Tech international students are getting their I-20s canceled and have less than 15 days to leave the United States. The staff at Utah Tech University has called the situation unprecedented. Today, the university released a statement to students explaining what is happening. It said Utah Tech University will continue to monitor the situation and communicate with the impacted students. Across the country, the Department of Homeland Security is revoking numerous certificates of eligibility for non-immigrant student status.
I always wanted to be here and then get some education from the States because I mean, it's amazing, and also not only the education, the life-wise, I really wanted to be here because I'm from Japan. I came here and then to get a degree. I went to international office, and I was talking to one of the advisor, and he told me that I should be okay as of right now. And then international office called me later on, and they said, Miki, you need to come back to the office, there's something important things happening. And then they told me, unfortunately, your I-20 is actually terminated, which means at this point, you need to leave in 15 days. I feel like I'm criminal, even though I did all the legally, We just don't even know if we can graduate. I'm less than 1 month away. I feel like my future plan got all, gone and disappeared, tsunami hit me and all that, But I really appreciate the opportunity that I could get. I always love to be a trailblazer. I love to do new things. I would love to try to help out other students always, but honestly, I don't know how to. Because nobody knows why we get in this, so nobody knows what's going on. I'm so scared, and everybody's scared, not only in this school, other school as well.
Approximately 300 individuals gathered on Saturday for a sit-in protest in Vernon Worthen Park in downtown St. George, as Utah protesters were taking issue with tariffs, cuts to government programs like Medicaid and the National Park Service, and increasingly restrictive reproductive laws. There were protests in Cedar City and other areas of St. George. Political movements will continue with U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders and Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez hosting a rally in Salt Lake on Sunday.
Salt Lake City Police announced a new initiative focused on preventing sexual assault at entertainment venues. This includes police teaching staff about multiple sites about trauma-informed, survivor-centered approach, focusing on encouraging both survivors and witnesses to report incidents and seek support. Salt Lake Police Victim Service Director Wendy Isom said sexual violence remains a serious concern in Utah, and prevention must be a shared responsibility. Survivors can contact Utah's 24-hour sexual violence helpline at 801-736-4356 for support.
A white supremacist sign in Washington County is the latest symbol of the growing extremist group in southern Utah. A citizen removed the sign above exit 13 on I-15 and made a report to Washington City Mayor Cress Staley, who forwarded the information to Police Chief Jason Williams. The sign promotes the organization Patriot Front, whose presence in southern Utah has grown in the past several years, with a rise in signs and rallies around both Utah and Washington County. The Council on American Islamic Relations, which is a Muslim rights and advocacy group, has publicly condemned the sign.
D-Week is this week, and Brooke the Bison celebrates his 9th birthday. Tomorrow, with a carnival on the Encampment Mall at 6 p.m., there will be inflatables, games, and prizes. The birthday carnival is open to the students and the St. George community.
On Tuesday, Bella Estes, a senior communications studies major from Scottsdale, Arizona, and the current student body president, was named Utah Tech's 103rd Trailblazer Queen.
I am so excited to be your 2025 Trailblazer Queen. I look forward to meeting all of you and just to get to bring everyone to campus and see what Utah Tech is all about, because it truly is an amazing place, and I believe that. I am so excited. I'm kind of shocked because the girls are so talented. I loved getting to experience this pageant and showing up every week to rehearsals and just getting closer with all the contestants, and getting to see how talented they are on stage blew me away. So I am very happy because I'm graduating this year, so I have an opportunity to still be connected back to the university. I think first things first, just to introduce myself to the students as their next Trailblazer Queen. Then I need to, of course, focus on graduating and being a student first and fulfilling my duties as student body president. And then I'm excited to still get to experience things, like I said, from an alumni perspective, but also still be present to students on campus.
More information is coming out daily about the status of our international students, so be sure to remain engaged and conscious.
They are releasing a statement just like they released today. They're planning on releasing more after this.
Coming up after the break, sports anchor Katie Phipps will bring you all of the latest Trailblazer highlights.
If you haven't seen Utah Tech University lately, chances are you haven't seen it at all. With hands-on polytechnic learning across 300 academic programs, 30 new and renovated state-of-the-art facilities, the most affordable university tuition in the state, and 300 days of sunshine, why look anywhere else? Discover why Utah Tech was recently named one of Education Magazine's 10 prominent universities and colleges to watch. Join us and experience the active learning, active life difference at Utah Tech.
In the southwest corner of Utah, nestled among the towering walls of Zion National Park, is a place where stunning scenery is your constant companion. Here, 2,400 square miles combine for a vast playground. We are a place to immerse yourself, to lose yourself, to find yourself. We are Greater Zion.
Softball had a 3-0 series against Tarleton State University last Friday and Saturday. Utah Tech held the Texans to a 3-run game with help from junior pitcher Soren Garten, who would only see 5 hits, 3 runs, and get 4 strikeouts. The Trailblazers ended the first game 3-0. Later that day, the Trailblazers didn't get the offense rolling until the bottom of the 4th inning with a runner batted in from sophomore Gabby Zaru. The Texans would take the second game with a final score of 6-1. Finally, Tarleton State secured the sweep on Saturday with an 8-3 win. Softball will head to battle it out with rivals Southern Utah University tomorrow at 1 p.m. and 3:30 p.m. and then again on Saturday at 12 p.m. Utah Tech baseball dropped their conference home opener last weekend against Utah Valley University with a 0-for-3 series. Both teams would start the weekend on Friday battling the wind. The Trailblazers and Wolverines stayed close for the first 6 innings, but UVU would blow past the Trailblazers in a 6-run 9th inning, ending the game 12-3. Saturday started with the Trailblazers in a 3-0 deficit, but would get 2 of those runs back in the 3rd with a home run from junior Case Naoni. The game would remain in the Wolverines' favor after junior pitcher Ryan Martinez threw 2 home run pitches in the 8th inning. Saturday would end in a Trailblazer loss 6-3. Sunday didn't play out any better for Utah Tech as they were shut out in a quick 15-0 game. Blazer baseball will head out to Texas this weekend to play conference opponent Abilene Christian University tomorrow through Sunday. Utah Tech tennis had their last home match of the season last Friday in a battle against Weber State University. I got to talk to singles player Raquel Roshak about the energy at home matches, the upcoming WAC championship, and more.
So I think that playing at home brings so much more energy to the matches just because Stampede has done such a good job this year at being able to bring so many new students to the facility, and we are able to just confidently play and represent Utah Tech. Being a singles player, I think ultimately it is all up to you on the court, and you really have to be confident within yourself. I think a big thing that I am doing with myself is just talking to myself, just because there is no teammates on your specific court that are there to pump you up, so you really have to make sure that you're able to pump yourself up and be positive. So with the WAC championship next week, I am so excited to be with the team and just compete and play at the highest levels. I definitely want to focus on having a positive outlook and making sure that everyone has high energy. I think a big thing for us is making sure that we're cheering for each other and being super loud and competitive. A way that we do that is we do our Let's Go UT in the middle of like a matches, and we're making sure that we're watching everyone and just supporting everyone. And I think that's a huge thing for tennis because it is an individual sport. So making sure that all our teammates know that we have each other's backs is very important and crucial to all of us.
Tennis will have one more regular season match against University of Texas Dallas on Tuesday, April 15th, before beginning competition at the WAC Championship in Arlington, Texas on April 16th through the 19th. Our spring seasons are coming to a close, which means all of our athletes are gearing up for the WAC Championships.
It has been so fun enjoying the beautiful weather here in sunny St. George and supporting our spring athletes.
Congratulations to all the senior student athletes who just played their last game this weekend.
Yes, wishing luck as they start to really gear up for their big championships. And that's it for this week's edition of Sun News at Noon.
We will see you here next week, same time, same place.
Have a great week, Trailblazers.